Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Greater Pharr Chamber of Commerce regularly called board meeting. Today, Monday, March 13th, it is 12:04. We'll start this meeting with number one, call to order, and roll call with possible action on excusing any absent board member.
Mario Liscano,
Present.
Alex Rios, Sonia Falcon,
Here.
Alma Caso,
Present.
Johnny Rodriguez, Lisanne McAlpine,
Present.
Ernesto Sepúlveda, Jose Delgado, Dr. Annabelle Palomo,
Present.
Laura Warren.
Present.
Those that are not in attendance today did advise that they weren't going to make the board meeting.
Thank you so much. With that said, do I hear a motion to accept the absent board members?
So moved.
There's a motion by Ms. Warren. Is there a second?
I'll second.
There's a second by Dr. Palomo. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Next, we will go on to organizational business, and we will start with the approval of minutes from the February 7th, 2023, our regular called meeting, and these were provided for you. Does anyone have any questions or anything that'd like to add on to our regular called meeting minutes?
No, Mr. Chairman, but I would make a recommendation that for our next meeting, you provide a calendar with all our board member names and attendance, just so we can take a look at, how many absences we have, how many have attended, right? And because we're gonna need more members this coming year, right? To make sure that we get committee assignments. So if you could start from January to April and say, how many months have they attended, who was in attendance and who wasn't, right? You have a record.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, that would be the only thing. Next, I would move to approve our minutes.
Thank you so much. With that recommendation, we also have a motion to accept the minutes as presented. Do I hear a second?
Second.
There's a second by Ms. Warren. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Thank you, Ms. Falcon. Next, we will go on to the Treasurer's Report on Account Summary with a period ending in February 28, 2023.
Okay, so Marcela was letting me know we had invited Carla to attend the meeting because we had questions about the reports not completed by the time for the month. So what we're asked Carla is to look at giving us the last month's report that's already finished so that we can take a look at it. So we'd be running 1 month behind. Carla was not able to make it today. And so she said she would be here next month?
Yes, she'll be here next
so
month.
given that, we reviewed the statements, or Marcela did, and there was no issues with that.
Thank you so much, Ms. Falcon. With that, do I hear a motion to accept the Treasurer's Report as provided for us?
So moved.
There's a motion by Ms. Warren. Is there a second?
I'll second.
There's a second by Dr. Palomo. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Next, we'll go on to activities and announcements with the President's Administrative Report.
Good afternoon, Board. I'm going to have Ms. Eloina Gonzalez, she's the membership manager, give you the membership report for this past month.
Good afternoon, Board. Our total memberships report as of March 2023, we do have a total of 105 active members. Out of those 105 active members, 76 are new that have never been part of the chamber. We did gain 7 as of March, and we've retained 3, giving it a total of 10 members this month. We are awaiting payment from 8 members that will be renewing, which will increase our number next month, so we will add them to the list as soon as they fulfill their payment. Now I would like to welcome the new incoming members and the renewed members and invite the community to go to their businesses and shop local and support the business community in Pharr. I would like to welcome our silver members, La Quinta Inn and Suites, Quinta Real Event Center, Tint World, Lupita's Tamales in South Pharr, MEG Engineers, and 2 of our gold members, El Pollo Loco and Vamos. And we would like to welcome back our members this year, our corporate member, North Park Lexus, experienced staffing and recruiting, our gold member, and our silver member, Puga Insurance. Do you have any questions?
No, I'd just like to add, the Warren Group is renewing their corporate membership as well, so.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good job.
Good job.
Thank you. And now moving on to current projects and initiatives. We'll start off with, again, our efforts in our social media to try to grow our audience. For Facebook, we have 5,061 Facebook page followers. We are seeing a positive increase in engagement. For example, in the past month or 90 days, we reached 4,000 people. That's an increase of 32%. And our page visits also increased by 19% from last month to 2,956. So this is monthly. And then our reach, just to the entire area, reached about 50,000 people. So that was an increase of 48% from last month. What we're doing is we're keeping constant with our content creation. So we continue to do our Monday member spotlight, our welcome Wednesdays for our new members, Flashback Fridays, where we post either videos or photos of past events just to remind the community what we have been doing. They have received a lot of good feedback. The reach is great. People interact with the post, so it just brings in more followers and more eyes on what we're doing. For Instagram, we're already at 1,000. This is all organic growth. We did have an increase of 68% in post likes, comments, and shares, so up to 2,500. And unfortunately, we saw a small dip in our profile visits and our reach. But this, I believe, is only because of the time frame. It was just a 2% decrease from last month. We still reached 2,147 people. Moving on, another one of our projects,
If I can just interrupt here. Vamos is one of our members, right? And they have a great story on one of our students. And Mark graduated with his Vamos scholarship from Columbia University. And then he joined the service. And so he just finished his got his officer graduation. And now he came down and he's going now to Coronado, California to do his military intelligence. And then he wants to go into the JAG program, right, which is like the attorneys or whatever for the military. So it's a real compelling story. It's a great story that maybe some of our viewers, if you're having trouble, that they may hook on to read it.
Oh, yeah.
He's our first student that ever graduated and went into the military service. So, you know, it's very interesting. He comes from a very humble background. His dad just died last year, and the mom is, you know, pretty much alone here, and very proud of him. So maybe you can ask Mary to share that story, and you can share it with our membership. Maybe it's something else to read. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That will keep people interested.
Definitely. Yeah, we'll share it. We'll reach out to get it.
Highlights one of your new corporate members.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's
It
important.
highlights that's
Yeah.
important.
Exactly.
Having those
What they do,
interviews and
yeah.
have that
Yeah.
people there will help us out. Thank you, Ms.
Definitely.
Falcon.
Thank you. Any other questions? Okay. So to move on to the City of Pharr Business Directory. This is a project that has been going on for a few months. We wanted to have a comprehensive business directory for the City of Pharr. So all the businesses that are active and operating here in the city. We had received a WorkSafe plan business listing that was done in 2020. So all the businesses that were operating or were in operations, they had to complete a WorkSafe plan for COVID. So they provided the city with all their information. Once they completed, the city received all their contact information, address, email address, everything. So we were able to get that list from the city, but you know, it was a matter of calling them back and verifying that that information was correct, and asking them if they were still in business or not. It was about 1,068 businesses that completed this, the WorkSafe plan. And so we reached out to all of them. We did find out that 60 closed because of COVID, unfortunately, but 1,008 remain open and are not operating today here in the city. So we have this list ready. Now the next step is just to put it on our website, share it with the city, so they can put it on a comprehensive business directory, and it's easier for people in our community to find businesses. They are by industry. They're divided by industry, so it's easy to access, right? If you're looking for something in food and agriculture, then you would just click that, and it'll give you every single business in Pharr that it falls under that category or that industry. So that's something that we were able to finish. And like I said, just the next step is putting it on the website and making it very user-friendly so people can find any business that they're looking for here in the city. Any questions? Now, the people that did close, the 60 businesses, we reached out to them. We're working closely with them to see what we can do to help them out. Some of them said that they closed just for a period of time, but they're looking at reopening, at coming back. So we're keeping their contact information close with us, and we're keeping track of their progress to help them in any way. Now, we were working with the special events committee to come up with a comprehensive calendar of events for the entire year for the chamber. We had a meeting prior to this board meeting. Now, it's not fully complete, so I will present the finalized version in next month's meeting, but we are working towards that, just to have a full comprehensive calendar of events.
I just want to make sure that we thank our events committee because, you know, they are the heart of our chamber. They're making sure that they're planning out our, you know, our big events for the year and deciding which ones we need to push forward and which ones we need to make sure that we evaluate. So we appreciate the time of Ms. Falcon and Dr. Palomo and Alma that we're able to attend today's meeting because it's these things that are coming up in the fall that we need to start like working on them today. So thank you so much for them, and I know that we need to be encouraged by us all supporting them in you know all their efforts they're going to do.
Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you.
Any questions?
We'll have a lot of work for you.
I know.
coming
I
up.
heard.
Get your sombrero ready.
The sun is gonna be. So we can move on to our past events and upcoming events, just to give you all an update. We did have our New Year's Hub Market. This was very exciting. It was Valentine's, actually, or Valentine's Hub Market. We had a lot of people show up. It's only growing and growing month by month. We had about 35 to 38 vendors. They're all local vendors, and we had a good crowd, about 300 people. We also hosted a vaccine clinic for one of our members, DHR. This was hosted at the Pepsalinas Recreation Center, and they had their own little, I guess, van, the little cart that stays outside, but we still wanted to have it in a location where people could come in. This was February 21st. We also attended the RGV Days at the Capitol with the RGV partnership. We went, it was myself, and we had Dr. Palomo and Ms. Laura Warren attend with us. We went with the city as well, so we had, you know, Ana Lee, we had a commissioner, Guajardo, attend as well, and of course Cindy from External Relations, and Michael. We had meetings with a few of our legislators, so we were able to have private meetings with Sergio Munoz, with State Rep Sergio Munoz, Terry Canales, and Bobby Guerra, as well as La Mantilla.
So not all of those were from Pharr, right?
No,
I
so
gonna
this
say,
was
what?
No.
That looks like
a
Jim Darley.
regional, yeah,
Where are we paying?
We're glad that we
a
were out
regional
there.
effort, yeah.
Yeah, that's actually a lot of the different the cities and the chambers from the valley. But I'm glad that we were well represented with Dr. Paloma and Ms. Warren there. You know, it's important that they've already had that experience up there, you know, in the contacts, and we feel that you know it was impactful for us that they were able to attend.
Thank you. We also had a ribbon cutting ceremony for ATX auctions. This is the only one here in the valley, and it is in the city of Pharr. It's a warehouse center. They do auctions for a lot of unclaimed Amazon packages. They have it online. It's very easy to access, and these are all new items, right? That just weren't claimed or were returned. They take them and then they host it. They host an auction for it, and you can get very good items at a highly discounted price. So it's the only one here in the area in the RGV, and it's in the city of Pharr.
And who are the owners?
The owners are originally from here. They left to Austin for a while. They were in Washington as well, but now they're back home. They wanted to open a business, and so that's what they went for. I know it's a franchise, kind of. They have it in Austin. They have it. I'm not sure where else, but here in the Valley is the only one, and they have the license for it, so nobody can open another one.
And how often do they have the auctions?
They have a monthly.
They have a monthly auction
Mhm.
that they'll have, and they'll have it running for they have so many items. You use a QR code. That QR code will show you all the items that are being presented for that month, and then
On
as the
your
auction
phone?
goes on, correct, with
Yeah.
your
And
phone.
where do you get the QR code?
They actually have it on site, and they also have it available
On their
Um,
website, so
on their website.
and we can share it as well. So they give it to us, and we send it to our members. We also hosted the first market for Fazoli's. They're one of our members. It was a National Strawberry Day, and so they were having a promotion where if you bought a cheesecake, because they're the only ones here in the Valley that have the license for Cheesecake Factory cheesecake. And so if anybody bought a cheesecake, they would get a second slice free. So in order to promote that, we hosted a small market there at their location. It was very successful, and I think they're going to start doing it on their own and hosting markets every month. We also had our monthly corporate networking mixer. We had it with Bird Ogden Arena and Coldwell Banker. Bird Ogden Arena donated the member suite at their location, and so we were able to host it there. And also our corporate member, Coldwell Banker, he was the one that hosted. It was for him, and so they hosted the food and everything else. So it was taken care of by them. We also did the Holy Festival of Colors. This was March 4th. This is the second time that we do it, that we hosted. Holi is a celebration of the welcoming of spring. You get rid of the dark, cloudy winter months and welcome spring with a lot of color. The Indian organization here in the Rio Grande Valley, they provided food, they provided the colors, and so we were able to just help them with
Where was it
resources from
held?
the city.
Where was it held?
This was held at Arnold Park. So this is on Eldora on the
It's on
east side.
the east side of the 281 and south of Nolana, next to an elementary school.
How big is the property? How many acres?
Oh, it
It
was
was-
pretty large.
Yeah, it's very big.
Yeah, it's
And
there's a
They have a splash pad there, and it's
they
next
have a
to
splash
school.
pad. They also have the
Who
Water
owns the
tower?
property?
The city.
The city.
It's a city park. And last year we had about 200 people in attendance, and this year we got to 400, so it doubled.
Where do they park? Is there parking at?
The school allows us to use their parking lot
Yeah, they
because
opened
it's
it up
right
for
next
us.
to a school.
I think it's I don't know if it's Arnold. It's the one that's I don't know what the name of the school is. No, this one's across. This one was different. This one was
On
actually
the other side.
on the west side of 281 and South Nolana. Yeah, you actually have the water tower. You have the splash pad there from the city, and you also have the park that's available as well. So there was a park, land, and the school is the one that allowed us to use all their parking space.
Can you send us the name of the school?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please.
I will. Arnold and William.
It's the one
Right.
right next to PSG.
Arnold and William Park.
Oh, it's by the
No.
Raiders?
No,
No.
that was last year. Again, this is not.
another one.
Yeah.
Last
this
year was
is-
okay.
yeah,
Dr.
we
Long.
moved
This
locations.
time is Arnold and William Park.
Arnold and William Park.
But I'll send you the official name and address.
It should be on that invitation.
Yeah, it's on the invite. Any other questions? Okay, we also had the ribbon cutting for Pistokash
Pistacachi?
Pistokachi gym. It's a new gym here in Pharr, on Cage, off of Cage, behind O'Reilly, here closer to the downtown area. It's a family business, and they're already open for business.
Is that their last name? Where did that name come
Mhm.
from?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
they are
Pistacachi.
actually, they had their site, they started originally at their home. They had a gym in McAllen on, downtown. They found a great gym right off of Klausner and, Bell. I'm Klausner, on 281 and Bell. And they already have clients.
Mhm.
So they already have people that were coming from the McAllen gym for their private trainings. They have basketball and they do powerlifting, special training. So it's not just an open gym. They do specific training for like travel ball. Yeah.
Mhm.
Their last name is Pastacachi.
He was Native American,
Yeah,
right?
it
I
sounds
saw
Native American.
Native American, yeah.
Native American.
Or their logo is a.
We also attended the Binational Forum and groundbreaking ceremony for the expansion of the Pharr International Bridge. This was March 7th. And we also attended the South Texas Health Systems Pharr ER, it's their 7th location. They had a groundbreaking ceremony. They are anticipating to have the ribbon cutting by December of this year. So we'll be there for that. And just last weekend on Saturday, we had our Hub Market Days. It's our monthly market. We did it honoring Women's International Day. So all of our vendors were women-owned businesses. And we had about 35. And upcoming events, we have the La Quinta ribbon cutting. They're remodeled their hotel, and so they're going to do a ribbon cutting for that remodel. It's March 22nd, 2023. We also have our monthly corporate mixer. That's going to be with RGV College. That's going to be March 29th. And we'll have our Hub Market Days. This is going to be Easter themed, and we'll most likely have an Easter egg hunt for the children. So we invite the community to come out. It's going to be April 8th, 2023. And we'll also have the ribbon cutting for First Dance. Ribbon cutting, it's actually their 2-year anniversary. They're located here in Pharr, so it'll be April 10th. And we're getting ready for our Miss Pharr Scholarship Pageant. That's going to be April 15th. Mm-hmm.
I forgot to put that one on the events thing.
Yes. No, it was there.
I believe that the city will, the city I think is running it next year.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's what she said. It's
And that
March
is it.
29th. At what time?
Do you have any further questions?
What time is the mixer?
The
On the
mixer is going to
29th?
be 5:30 to 7, or we're starting at 6.
No.
6.
6?
Mm-hmm. 6 to
It's on
7:30.
the 22nd?
No, 29th.
It's in 29th, March 29th.
Oh, 29th.
6 to 7:30.
And we moved it to a Wednesday since we don't have students on Wednesday night.
Oh, that's excellent.
So
That can be a
we
good
kinda
day.
moved
We
it,
need to
yeah.
invite a
We
lot of
have
people to that.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What are we providing something for them? Who's catering?
We're meeting. We're meeting.
Okay.
We've got all it, we've got it down. So yeah, we've got catering and stuff.
Excellent. We
Decorations,
invite
flowers,
everybody to
too.
go to our monthly mixers. So with this next one, we want to make sure that we invite all of it and also our city officials. So they make sure that they're in attendance.
Any other questions?
It's 6:30.
6.
Do we have any questions or anything pending to the agenda or any
7:30.
discussion? Ms. Falcon, Dr. Palomo? No questions. Do I hear a motion to adjourn this meeting at 12:28 p.m.?
I'll make a motion.
There's a motion by Ms. McAlpine. Is there a second? There's a second by Ms. Caso to adjourn this meeting. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. This meeting is adjourned at 12:28 p.m.